Hello, everybody. I am yet again Price McKinney, simply put. And as always, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening. So, this is going to be a slightly different episode. Kind of excited about it. This is actually by request. But I've got the content, material, whatever you want to call it. So, I'm good. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Simply put, by Price McKinney. Most importantly, go to YouTube, like, subscribe, watch a video, leave a comment. Simply Put Podcast with your boy, Price McKinney. Simply Put Podcast with Price McKinney. YouTube on Tuesdays. Go there, like, subscribe, free, don't hurt, it won't cost you a thing. So, today's title is Put in the Work. Now, let me say from the onset, if you're just looking to play, pass the time and have fun, this ain't for you. Okay. This is for those who are serious about who they choose as their person, right? Because if you're serious about this person, two things you got to your time, as the old folks say, your talents, meaning your money, and you got to be serious about it. You have to be very intentional. Because if you don't, let's just, if you don't, at some point, your motives is going to show up. And what your intentions are going to be revealed. And if you're playing and it's not really what you want, then you're going to have a problem. Because you cannot be playing with people's feelings. So make sure your motives are on point. Make sure this person is somebody that you're really, if you're serious about them, make sure you put a plan in place to make it come together, to make it happen. So there's a couple that I know, and I don't call names. There's a couple I know, and they've been married. I want to say going toward double digits, right? Maybe between 9, 10-ish years, somewhere around in there. And I was at the wedding. It's a good friend of mine. He's a guy. During the process, he talked to me, shared some things, and he's somebody I actually respect. I look up to. I pay attention to what he says. Great dude, hands down, one of the best guys I know. So he's somebody that I can honestly say, as a man, I can follow him because his work speaks for itself. So I watched them in the beginning, right? And I still do from a distance. We don't talk as much as we did then because life happens. I'm doing my thing, he's doing his thing. It's not a bad relationship with just time creates space, sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I've watched them closely, up close and personal. I've watched them from afar, from a distance, and I can honestly say with everything in me that they are still the exact same way from in the beginning until now. And along the way, there was the consistency, there was the continuity. What they were doing in the beginning are the same things that they do now. And at some point, it was like, this is really real. This thing can actually happen if you put the work in. Because again, and I repeat this, if your motives are jacked up for that person and your intentions are not right, time is going to reveal it. It's going to show up. So here's something I want to say. How you practice is how you play. So the things that they established in the beginning of their relationship, communication, spending quality time, um, compromise, making sure they communicate and agree, even if they disagree. They made a point. We don't have to turn this into an argument because both of them, let's be honest about it. Everybody comes from a different world. Everybody has different experiences. And when you join with somebody, you're going to have to deal with some of that stuff. Because one of the biggest things that people, and it's not really talked about enough, is you hear people say, well, get your shenanigans together, and all of that's fine. But there's some things that you're not even going to know are there until you join with somebody. So chances are, and this is highly likely, prepare yourself for it. You're going to have to help that person heal some things. Maybe big, maybe small, but you're going to have to help that person heal some things. So you're going to have to be patient. And again, if your motives ain't right and your motives are jacked up, when you hit these pockets, that's when it's going to show up. But this particular couple, there are things that they did, and I can say this because it was asking me to. One of the things that they did in the very beginning, and I admire them, I really do, is they always held hands. Now, to some that's simple, to some that it may be meaningless. It's not your relationship. So, whatever works for you in that capacity, you do that. But they held hands in the beginning of the relationship, and to this very day, it is a thing for them to hold hands and stay connected. And it's a message in it, which is don't let go. So whether it be holding hands, whether it be, you're walking with your arms locked with each other, or you got your arms around the shoulder and one around the waist, whatever it is, if you're sitting down and you're playing footsie, whatever your don't let go thing is, don't let that go. Because how you practice is how you play. If you do the little things in the beginning, be considerate, be mindful, be kind. Ask them, hey, you need me to stop and pick something up? Hey, do you want me to do this? Hey, do you want me to do that? Plan things together. They take trips all the time. All the time. Sometimes it's just right down the road. Sometimes it's clean across the country. But they plan things together. And that's what makes the difference. So the little things that they do and the little things that they have done, once that becomes a practice and that turns into a lifestyle, I once heard it said it takes 21 days to create a habit, 40 days to turn it into a lifestyle. Well, they're headed somewhere toward the 10-year mark, and they're still doing these things because it's about what can I do to help you become better? What can I do to help you become better? And you work as a team. That the person you with, that's not your enemy. And if they are, you need to figure that out quick. Sir, ma'am, it's not your enemy. If this is the person that you've chosen and you see them as an enemy, something is wrong somewhere. And you need to get that fixed. Get professional help if you have to, but get that fixed because this is who you chose. Now, there are a lot of different dynamics in relationships, and I get it. But again, this is don't let go of the little things that got you to where you are. What you did to get that person is what you got to do to keep them. What you did to get that person is what you got to do to keep them. I should be a songwriter. What? Y'all pray, just pray for me. What you do to get them is what you got to do to keep them. So, again, that's where your motives is going to show up. That's what's going to show up. Because if you're practicing this just to get to a certain point and all you want is the bangables, all you want is his pockets, He wants the Bengals, you want the Bucks. He wants the Bengals, you want the Bucks. It's going to show up. Now, if that's what you all agreed to, fine, have at it. But I can assure you, when life happens and life hits, that ain't going to take you nowhere. Because you don't have nothing to talk about. All you do is react to each other's physical presence. That ain't going to sustain you doing that. So make sure that the person that you pick is somebody that you plan specifically to be with. Communicate, talk it out, set boundaries even with each other. I remember him telling me years ago. He said we sat down, we had a come to Jesus moment. This is what I want to do. This is what I accept. This is what she wants to do. This is what she'll accept. Can we agree to these terms? And they have been locked in ever since. And they have not to this day let go. So again, the little things. Send a text message. Hey, just had you on my mind. Hey, just thinking about you. Hey, how's your day? Hey, how you feeling? Pain-free. Simple stuff. They can make all the difference in the world. Brother, stop and get one rose. Take it home. You know what? I just appreciate you being in my life. I appreciate the difference you made. Stop and get her something she likes. Ma'am, you do the same thing for him. I'm a Cowboy fan, for example. Now, I'm not asking anybody to do this. I'm just figuratively speaking. Get me a hat. Get me a little cheap t-shirt. If it's got a star on it, I'm all in. I don't care what... I don't care what it is. If it's got a star, I'm good. I turn into a little kid because I'm a diehard Cowboy fan. So it's the little things. It's the simple things. It doesn't have to be grand and extravagant. Go out to eat. Cook a favorite meal. Do things at home. What's your favorite movie series? TV series. What movie do you like? Sit down and watch it. Eat some popcorn, chill out, kick it. Quality time, communicate, have conversations, talk it out. But most importantly, again, the little things that got you to where you are and the things that you did to get that person are what you're going to have to keep them. And whatever that is, sometimes you just got to go back to the beginning. Life happens and you can start veering away, pulling apart. It's life. But make sure you go back to the beginning. Grab hands again. Figuratively speaking, in this particular case, this is their reality. Grab hands, lock hands, hold hands again, and go back to the beginning. And remember, this is why I chose you. This is why you're my partner. This is why you're my person. So again, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, simply put, by Price McKinney. YouTube on Tuesdays, simply put, podcast with your boy, Price McKinney. Again, I want to thank you for listening. I'm not an expert. I just know what I know. And I promise you, I'll see you soon.